Right, we're going to do a series of videos to draw this USB stick. It's made of several different components, and the first one we're going to be looking at is the one down here. So if I just select it and move it out, you'll see what it looks like. It's generally rectangular in shape, and there's a few features about it which will get us started in understanding how this program works. So let's just close this drawing now. Don't save any changes. Right, we need to start with a new drawing. So click up here, click new, and click part. We need to start drawing somewhere, and if I mouse over these, we'll see some flat planes. I can make them visible by clicking on here, and as you can see, it's a series of 3 flat planes, a bit like 3 pieces of paper that are crossing one another. I'll make them invisible again. We don't need to see them. So we're going to start with the top plane. So click on this icon bit here. We get this menu pop up, and we click on this, which is to sketch. We're going to sketch on that top plane. We need a rectangle, so we're going to click on the rectangle tool, and we do need a center rectangle. We can draw from the corner as well, but we're not going to use that at this time. So go to these orange arrows, click on where the orange arrows join, drag out and finish. Don't worry about the size of it at the minute, we're going to make it a particular size. So go to the dimension tool, click on a line and click just above the line. We're going to make that dimension 40 millimeters, so type 40. My number thing's finished, there we are, and then tick. We're going to go to the side here, and I'm going to click on this line and click again, and then we'll type 20 on this one. That's better. Right, we've finished drawing for a second. We can make this fit the screen. We're going to make sure we're going to make this end rounded a bit, so we go and get a circle tool. Now we're going to not start from here, we're going to start from this side here. Now when we go near the middle of this line, we get a little orange dot. We click there, and so that's going to be the center of our circle, and we're going to finish our circle over here. Now it snaps to this line as well, so let it snap and click again. Right, we finished drawing the circle, fit it on the screen again. Now we need to trim off some of the bits we don't need, so we'll get the trimming tool. We've got trim to closest on already selected, and we trim by clicking on a line. Fit it to screen again, click on these bits we don't want as well, so that's that bit, that bit, that bit and that bit. Okay, we finished trimming. So now we finished drawing. For the moment we can make it a solid, so we go to click on features, we click on extruded boss base. It turns our drawing into a 3D orientation. We could use this to make choose a depth, or what we're really going to do is we're going to type a distance here, number 4, and tick, and finish drawing. When it catches up with what we're doing, there we go. So we've drawn our first solid bit here. So the next thing to do is we're going to put a couple of angle corners on here. They are called chamfers. So we click on this little arrow here and click on the word chamfer. They're going to be 2 millimeter chamfers, so put the word 2 in there and hit enter key. And now we're going to come over here and we're going to click on this line here. Now I can see what is preview and what it's going to look like. I'm going to click on here and I can see also what the other one's going to look like. You may have this selected at the minute, which you can't see what's going on. You need to click on full preview, then tick. So that's that. We need to make this hollow now, so we're going to go on to what's called shell. We're going to shell this out. So click on the surface we want to remove, and we're going to make this 0.8 of a millimeter. Tick, enter, and then again we can see what this is going to look like now. So there we go, that's the first part. Now we need to save this, so save. I'm gonna write over this one here. So we're going to go to the body and I'm going to save over that. Yes. Right, let's get a few more features. We're going to make a cutout here. Something to understand, in the middle of your mouse obviously you've got your scroll wheel. So if I scroll my scroll wheel and put my mouse where I want to zoom into, or put where I want to zoom away to by scrolling away from you, we can move the part towards us. I want to select this surface. So now if I click on the surface, the menu toolbar comes up again, and I want to select this one, which is sketching. Right, it hasn't rotated it towards us this time, so we need to go up here and we need to click on this, which rotates this towards us. Again, I'm going to scroll my scroll wheel towards this surface. Right, we need to draw a rectangle here, so go over here. This time we do want a corner rectangle. We're going to go over to this edge here, we're going to click on the inner edge, move our mouse, and we're going to click on the outer edge about here. Again, it doesn't matter too much how big it is, we're going to make it a particular dimension. We need to go onto the smart dimension. I'm going to scroll into this bit here, rotating my middle mouse wheel again. I'm going to click on this line, and then I'm going to click on this line and move my mouse here and click again and type the number 4, and instead of ticking I'm going to hit the enter key. Right, I'll scroll away from where I want to so to zoom out, and then I'm going to scroll in again. I'm going to click on this line, I'm going to click on this line, and I'm going to click about here. Type 4 and hit enter. Right, we've finished dimensioning. Zoom to fit. Now I want it to be 3D. So I can come up here and I can click on this 3D icon. I can get different views from this. So I can look on the top, I can look on the front, I can look on the end, or as I was doing before, click on what's called the isometric view. Now the little square we've got here, scroll in, I'm going to use that to cut some of this material away here. So I need to go to features and go extrude cut, and at the minute it's gone all the way down to the bottom. We don't need it to go to the bottom. We're going to put 2.3 and enter, and we'll hit the enter key again. So that's that. Let's save our drawing. I want a little rounded corner here, so where we collected on fillet before, we're actually going to hit the I selected chamfer before, we're going to have fillet this time. So click on the word fillet. We're going to make this 0.5 of a millimeter, put 0.5 and hit the enter key. And now we need to select the two lines that we're doing. So it's between this surface and this surface, it's that line here, and it's the line appears even though we can't see it. I can click on that line as well. If we actually hit a wrong surface or another line, all we need to do is click on it again. There you go, just click on the line you don't want and it's gone. So those are the two we want. Again, you might have no preview, partial preview, but we want full preview. So tick. So that's that bit finished. Hit save. Let's fit it on the page. Now we want a hole in this end, but we can't draw on a curved surface. So we're going to go to the right plane and we're going to select it. We're going to go to sketch and we're going to go here again and we're going to view the sketch straight on. I'm going to zoom in a bit I'm going to get a circle, and I'm going to need to click on the center of this line. So click there, move my mouse out. Again, it doesn't matter how big it is. First of all, get the dimension tool, click on the circle, click over here and hit the number 2 and enter. Let's go and zoom, make it isometric again, and then we're going to use that circle to make a hole in this end. So go to features, go to cut, and what we're going to do, instead of blind and making a dimension, we could make this long enough to go through the end, but we're going to go through all, which basically does the same thing. Tick to finish that. And the final thing we need to do is draw a feature underneath this. So my middle mouse or the scroll wheel, if I move it, we do that. If I press it down and move my mouse, we can also rotate around and move my part so I can see underneath. I need to select this surface, I need to select this sketch tool. We're going to go to normal to sketch. We're going to get the circle tool. Again, don't click on here because we don't want it locked onto that orange arrow. I'm going to go to the side, I'm going to come out, click, go to the dimension tool, click on the circle, click over here. I'm going to make it 9mm. We need to set the distance from this end, so we're going to click on the end, and we're actually going to click on the edge of the circle, which will give the dimension from the end to the center of the circle. Click out here so our number's clear at the side, and for the moment we'll put the number 25 and enter. Let's move our circle that way. Press the scroll wheel down and move your mouse again. Go to features, go to extrude, type in 1, hit enter and enter again, and there is your body of the USB finished for the moment. So we'll save that and I'll stop this video.